Alright, so I'm sure by now you guys know all about OpenClaw. And if you're anything like me, it's been consuming your life for the last 2 weeks. If you're running AI agents, whether it's one personal assistant or a full squad like I have, you probably ask yourself, what are they actually doing right now? So that's the problem. AI agents are very powerful, but they're like black boxes. You set them up once and then they run in the background and you just hope that they're working. So I got tired of wondering. I built Mission Control. So it's a real-time dashboard that shows me what my agents are doing at any given time. Who's sleeping, who's active, what they're working on, what they worked on before, the general status of them. So today I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. I do have the full code available in my WAP. I'll put a link in the description. So if you guys want to check it out, it's down there. Let's go ahead and get into it so you guys can build this entire command center for your agents. So here's what we'll go over. We'll go over what Mission Control actually does and why you need it, the architecture. So it's very simple. It's a lot more simple than you think probably. Step-by-step setup. So we're going to deploy this together actually. How to connect your agents so that they report in. And then some more of the advanced features. So we have task management, content drops, activity feeds. So if you're running OpenClaw, you're going to change how you work with them. Moving over to the dashboard. So this is kind of how it is. I just had them do an audit check-in to see what's going on. So I actually have 8 agents now. I think I said 7, but I just added this one last night, Keeper, which is kind of like my project manager. So he can take the files for clients and the notes for clients and file them away into the database. So if I ever need information about that client, I just call on him to pull that for me. So before, you have just a terminal screen, Telegram, and you would try to manage all these agents one by one. So whether you run multiple terminals or however you want to do it, it got messy. That's kind of what I wanted here. And that's why I built this. I think I saw somebody on Twitter post something very similar, and I was like, yes, I need that. So I went and built this. If you guys watched my last video, you know kind of what these agents do. So just to give you a quick recap, Jarvis is the brain. He kind of commands everybody, he spawns them in. He starts their process and kind of audits them and makes sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. So Closer, basically he does outreach. He can do cold email, reach out to potential clients for me so that I don't have to do that. Ghost, he's a content and SEO writer. So anything that I need to do with SEO regarding websites, blog posts, anything like that, he handles it. This one's cool. So it's Hype. It's a social media manager. So I actually have him running my Twitter or giving me kind of drafts on what I need to post on Twitter, who's saying what's trending. And he reports back into me every morning and tells me kind of what the market looks like right now with that. Forge is the one that actually writes the code. I'll have Jarvis spec out kind of a spec sheet and then pass it over to Forge. Forge implements it, creates a PR, sends it to me, I review it. We have Scout. Scout is pretty cool because anytime I need to research anything, it'll just go off and start scanning. It'll learn about competitors, it'll learn about any other topic that I need that will help me for this project. He can do it. Reviewer is pretty cool. He just reviews the PRs for me. So it's kind of I work hand in hand with him to kind of figure out what's going on in the PR, make sure there's no security vulnerabilities or anything like that. And then Keeper, I told you about this already. Basically, he's just my filer, my project manager and client success. What's running these guys is Convex, so it's kind of like a real-time database. So when an agent updates its status, you can see that in real time. Everything else is just built in React, so it's built in with the Next.js project. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I set up this whole guide for you guys. There's a quick start guide. It lives right here. If you hit Command, Shift, and V, so if you hit Command, Shift, V, it opens it into a nice kind of formatted markdown file. And you can kind of start here and set up everything. It's a lot easier if you just point your OpenClaw instance to this file. It should be able to handle everything for you. And then just one quick plug, if you guys don't want to set this up or you don't want to download the code, I launched EveryClaw, so every new instance of this is going to get the full dashboard already built into your subscription. All you have to do is subscribe, start your OpenClaw instance, and then it automatically ties into your own Mission Control without any setup. All right, let's go through it. So first is telling you to get into Mission Control. Obviously, we're already here. npm install, but you want to make sure you have all this in the terminal. Okay, then this is where you set up Convex. So you do npx convex login. This will open up an OAuth. I already logged in, so I'm good to go. So then to start this, you run npx convex dev. So this is just if you're running this locally. So you go here, this is going to start project name. So I'm going to create a project. So no, here we go. All right, next, so in a new terminal, so you want to run npm run dev. So this kind of starts your dev server here. So there we go, we're running on localhost. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Localhost. And then you're going to get this screen. So this is where you can customize each agent. Right now we just have these. So if you want to leave that how it is, you can. I mean, it's up to you. So, I'm going to leave this exactly how it is here because this is my setup. So when you do this, you hit deploy squad, and there we go. We've now built these agents. It already pre-configured the Stripe revenue tracker, so update your Stripe key, your build queue, so you can see what's in progress. You also have this task creator, which is really cool. So let's just say setup mission control. Get this running. And then you go ahead and pass this to say to Jarvis, create task. And it'll put a task on the task board for whatever agent you selected. So that's pretty cool because then now they have access to this board and they can read this. And if you set up these cron jobs to run overnight, they can just knock this board out without you even having to do anything. So one thing that I added to mine recently, which I'm testing out, and the new version of the code will have this one, is content. So if you click content, you can now see your agents can turn in their work to you. So for example, here's some reel scripts for Instagram. So I had my marketing agent do this and fill this out, and now I can actually access this file. So that was pretty cool. We have memories. I have a memory database. So one thing about agents is that they lose context pretty quickly. So I have them deposit their memory into a memory database so that if any time they need to access that, they can just go index this database and pull that. So that's running. So now you're ready. If you want, you can go customize your agents. You can add metrics here. You can deploy this to production so that you don't have to run any of this. But here's the cool part. So I set up the docs so that if you just tell your agent to go handle this, they'll fully set up everything. All you do is pass them to this docs folder, to the setup.md, the readme.md, and then I also included a skill.md. So your agent can actually take this skill and add it to their tools. So they always know how to access this, how to use this, and how to run the whole dashboard. I think that's really cool about agents is that you can actually create these skills and they're just things that they can call back on whenever they need to. I don't want to make this video too long. The whole goal of this is your agent will be able to do all of this for you. So what it's going to do, it can go into the agent file, see everything that's created. There's configuration, content drops, tells your agents how to deliver the work to you. So back to that contents tab, when you set this up, your agents will be able to send the work to you. There's more customization here as well, deployment. And again, if you ever want to see it in a better format, you just hit Command-Shift-V, and it's already nicely documented for you. So I would say go play around with this. If you need help, there's guides in my WAP. This full code is for download. Just go ahead and join that. If you want me to set this up for you, I can. I do offer that as well. But yeah, I mean, there's so much potential with this, and it's only going to get crazier. It's only going to get better. I think I'm working on a V2 where I'm going to have an entire org chart, so you can actually hire and fire people, which is pretty cool. And then just deliver things as you go. But yeah, that's pretty quick. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial about this. I know a few people were very confused on how to set that up, but I think everybody who's been in the WAP, who's been downloading this code, and how much it's improved your workflow. So I really appreciate it, guys. And that's it. Please like and subscribe. Follow for more. I'm going to be putting out a ton of OpenClaw content coming out soon. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks.